Hello. I guess you like this. Yeah, just trying to bring them from the bush. Welcome, viewers, to my channel. This is Omoriyi Omorodion, aka MD 5 Star. This afternoon, I want to shed light into how I started plantain farming. People may be seeing me running plantain farming, but they didn't actually know how I started. I didn't just wake up one morning and nurse the idea that, ah, I want to go into plantain farming. Plantain farming, I'm very sure is good. I'm very sure it's lucrative. I'm very sure source of income will be very, very encouraging. No, 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 no. Like some will want to do because they see you doing plantain farming. Or there are people who wants to go into some businesses because they are seeing others doing that they are those businesses, they just think that they can go into the same business and succeed. That is the reason why people go into business and back out just within few days after starting the business, because there is no business that doesn't have something that is discouraging. There is no business that doesn't have um, a discouraging factor, because you must come across some certain challenges that will make you want to quit whatever business you are into. So, but the courage and the passion will keep you running and enable you to overcome whenever challenges come your way. Now, let me share light into how I started plantain farming, or how I the idea to run plantain farming started coming before I brought it into reality. Now, there was one set there was once upon a time I was in my um someone that I know. I went to their house and I was introduced to I saw bananas a banana at the back of their house, and those banana were doing very well. And I'm the type of person that love banana, eating banana. So I looked at this banana. I was encouraged at how the banana were yielding. So the person asked me, "Would you like to have banana in your compound?" I said yes. So that very day, this a friend of mine gave me four suckers of banana, and I took the banana to my compound and I planted just four suckers of bananas. I planted them. So I waited for almost 1 year. I saw those four sucker that I planted. Four of them yielded at the same time. The seed that came out of there was very, very encouraging. It was big. I'm talking about my compound now. And I was encouraged. So I tried to think if I had any expenses on this banana. It was almost like I didn't that there was no um expenses on it. I didn't spend some money trying to make it grow or to make it work. There was no extra work apart from just digging the hole and installing the banana suckers there. I only waited for some months, not even up to 1 year. It was already bringing seed. And before 1 year complete, we have started eating the banana. And what got me surprised, because as it was growing, other suckers came out from the side of the banana, and I was able to remove some of the suckers and replanted them. So I was now having banana suckers planted in up to about 6 to 7 places in my compound. That was the only labor that I could remember I had on that banana. Then, if talking about financial expenses on cultivating it, I didn't had there was none, because it was just at my compound. I planted it. I didn't spend any other thing to plant it I did it myself. I dug it on the ground myself, and it was growing. And within the first year, I saw four suckers, four fruits of banana already coming out. I was encouraged. So within the first year, I was able to eat of those fruits, and they were very big. And some months into the second year, other sucker that I planted alongside was already bringing seed, already yielding seed. And some of the days, I would I was able to cut sometimes two bananas at once. Sometimes I'm able to cut three bananas at once just in my compound. There was a time I cut four bananas. Four bananas. I cut this banana fruits, four of them. Now I look at these four. I couldn't eat it alone because I planted them not for commercial purpose, but for consumption purpose. But this time around, I was able to harvest four. So I was shocked that four at once in my own compound that I couldn't even consume them anymore. Myself and my household could not consume those four heads of bananas. So what I did was that I have to, because so that it will not spoil, I took some of them, about two or three of them. I took it to the market. I was able to sell them. I looked at the money that came out of it. I was very encouraged. So that was where my thinking started. I said, if I could plant I could get four suckers of bananas from somewhere. I planted in my compound, and before 1 year ended, about seven suckers were already growing. And into the next year, I was able to harvest even more than four. I was having even up to 10 places where I planted the suckers because I was removing the suckers from the one that was already growing. And I was able to plant about even above 10 within my compound. So I was very encouraged. So what I did is that I I took some of the banana that came out, I took them to the market, and I was able to sell it. I was happy about that. And that was where my thinking started. I started thinking, so if this kind of money can come out from just this, some of this, it was four banana I harvested that day, and I was to sell three of them. I sold three of them, and the money that came out was encouraging. So I started calculating, what if I have up to 100 suckers planted? That was the first thought. The second thought was, what if I am able to plant 1,000 suckers? I was using the money I realized from just those three of them to calculate in large quantity. What if I'm able to plant up to 1,000 suckers? That got me thinking more. I started thinking deeper. I said, okay, what if I'm able to succeed to plant 5,000? So at this stage, I started looking at, okay, if I am able to succeed to plant 5,000, I can't do that myself. I have to hire labor to do it. But at the end of the day, it is just to plant and wait for harvest. At this stage, I wasn't thinking about maintenance, clearing your weeds, using of a herbicide to control your weeds, and so on and so forth, and other factors that comes in. I wasn't thinking about it because in my compound there was not much weeds at all. So controlling weeds in my compound was just like no work, and yet I was able to realize three bananas. So I started thinking deeper. Okay, what if I'm able to succeed to plant 5,000 suckers? So I calculated, okay, I said, okay, if I'm able to plant 5,000 suckers, that means, let's assuming 4,000 or 3,000 out of the 5,000 bring out seed, and I'm able to harvest them within the first 1 year. How about that? So I calculated the money that I sold those three, and I used it to calculate if I'm to sell 3,000, and I saw that the yield, the profits or the sales is huge. The what I'm realize the proceed from those 3,000 is huge. So I was encouraged by that. So that started sparking up my vision to go into banana plant farming or plantain farming. So what happened? When I noticed the idea. I started bringing the idea to some group of people because I calculated what is involved. I started asking questions. How much is it to clear a plot of land? I didn't understand acre of land then. I was only looking at a plot of land. I started doing my investigation online. Okay, what amount of suckers can enter into one plot of land? What amount of suckers can enter into uh, three plot of land, four plot of land? So I said, okay, now I have to start taking action. I have to make the move. I shouldn't just keep nursing the idea in my mind and pressing calculator and not moving forward. So what did I do? I started moving from place to place, searching for land to start farming. So that was how I moved from place to place, asking about farmland, farming land, and eventually landed where I am now. Though I saw myself somewhere else before I later found myself in this place. So that was how I started. So the first year, what did I do? Okay, because I had that understanding of plot of land in my mind. So I have that understanding of half plot of land. You know, what we call plot of land here is 100 by 100. Oh, now well done. So they are harvesting. We are harvesting today. So what we call a plot of land is 100 feet by 100 feet. So I searched for people who could clear 100 feet by 100 feet. And I started digging. But before I started digging, I did a lot of funny things. Because I understand how to plot graph in physics, I thought, okay, let me use that idea of graph plotting into farming. So what I did, I went to buy rope. I bought rope, and I came into my farm because I already have the idea of, okay, how many suckers that enters one plot of land. So I started doing my measurements. I dug a hole. I called that one point A. I dug that hole to another point B. I tied my rope and I stretched it. I stretched it. I stretched all my rope along with the spacing that I saw. Then I have to stretch another rope and start crossing them like this. I start crossing them. In fact, you need to see where we were walking. We spent time just to do our spacing to ensure that our spacing work between one suckers and the other. We spent a lot of time to ensure that it worked. So at this stage, I never understood labor in farming. So I just wanted to succeed in installing my suckers because I was expecting harvest after 1 year. So we installed the suckers, but that first farming year, some things that we did were right, but a lot of things were wrong. A lot of errors happened in that first farming. So it led us to spending more in that first farming. Ah, anytime I remember what we did then, I was regretting it because I we didn't understand it properly because there was no time, there was no coach. I didn't know where to get coach who could explain. Just I'm here now. I can be a coach to many persons because I have the understanding of plantain farming 100% on my palm. What someone else will use 1 million to run. Myself, I can use 200,000 to run it. So it is the difference is understanding what to do when it is needed. So I didn't really understand when I started, but as time goes on, I started getting it because at this stage I started visiting farmers, those who are into plantain farming. I started moving to their farm, trying to locate them, call them. I go there. That is where I now started gaining experience because there is nothing like practical. You may be taught theory, but when it comes to practical, my brother, you need to learn. You need to learn because it is the practical form that will give you what you need to get to where you want to be. And today, thank God for the success in plantain farming. It's a good thing to do because when you understand it, you will not regret going into plantain cultivation. It's a lucrative business. Plantain cultivation is wow. So this is 2025. We are set to carry lots of uh, viewers, our fans along. For those of you who wants to learn plantain farming, ensure you subscribe to my YouTube channel because I'm going to be giving you tips and training on plantain farming. I'm going to be very serious about it. We are in January 2025 now. So I'm going to teach you gradually. So plug into my YouTube channel. But before you subscribe to my YouTube channel, ensure you watch at least one video so that YouTube channel will record your presence. Don't just go into my YouTube channel and just subscribe immediately. No. Please try to watch at least one video, at least one of my past video, anyone you like to watch. Watch my YouTube video at MD Shows 5 star. Same uh, page name that I use is the same page name that I have in my YouTube channel, MD Shows 5 star. So please watch any of my video before you click subscribe or before you like any of my video. Please ensure you watch it first so that after watching the full video, any of my full video, ensure you watch from the beginning to the end. After finishing watching it, then click subscribe. So when you are there, because I'm going to be most of my farm training is going to be on my YouTube. So there are various things that you are going to learn is enormous. So because you are on my channel, you do not need to come to my farm. I'm going to be taking you through practicals, explaining them bit by bit, but ensure you are following my YouTube channel. Thank you very much for watching my video today. Have a blessed day. Bye.